Hello, hello. Put the mic up a little bit. There you go. Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Paggigalo here, and I'm here doing my year in review. A couple days late, but wanted to get it done before the week started up. This is Sunday, and yeah. So without further ado, I'm gonna put on some music. I went from the Game of the Year categories that I have here, and I chose. What am I trying to say? I chose a game that has a good soundtrack, but will not claim me on YouTube, and Deltarune. That's what we're going to put on. So I'm pretty sure Deltarune doesn't claim me. But then I had it at the lowest volume setting for a second. There we go. It's just like very, very low. Just there in the background so we can kind of hear something. And yellow. Welcome to the year in Rio. We're here, boys. So heck, it was a pretty good year for games. I can't deny it. It wasn't like there was stuff that like revolutionized the genre or anything, but it was. There wasn't really anything bad that I played per se. I know Anthem, 2K20 or whatever, but we'll talk about those later. So yes, so if you don't know how this works, I have a category just called Game of the Year, where I just talk about games that I liked in the year, and then I have a category called Fell Flat, where I talk about games that I think fell low from the mark of what you probably expect of them, and then I have others / mentionables, which are just games that I think were okay, or games that I didn't play, but I just want to mention. So yeah, we'll start here with Game of the Years. Resident Evil 2 Remake, what a fantastic game to start out the year, immediately followed by Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, but we'll talk about Resident Evil 2 Remake for a bit. I haven't owned a Resident Evil game. I've played Resident Evil games at friends' houses before, but I've never actually owned a Resident Evil game until Resident Evil 2 Remake. And man, was that a good game. So I'm excited for Resident Evil 3 Remake, which is coming out soon. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. I mean, it was just a very good game, something I really didn't expect. Kingdom Hearts 3, I still think was a good game. And it has the DLC coming out, which when Kingdom Hearts gets DLCs, those go from good games to great games. So we'll see. I loved Kingdom Hearts 2 more than anything else in the world. I don't think Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to fill that void, but I think it can still exist. The story, we don't talk about that, but the gameplay still did a decent job. So Deltarune, we're listening to the music right now. Deltarune, I think, it's not technically all out yet. It's just the first chapter. We'll see where the second, third chapter goes from there, but it was a very good, fun time. It was fun seeing all the characters again in like this new perspective in a different kind of universe, but similar. And playing through it had a lot of funny, quirky jokes and stuff like that. So it was a fun time. Can't complain really about it. I liked it a lot. So it felt like a good follow-up to Undertale, and we'll see where the other episodes go with it. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and I really like this game. Sekiro did it did a really good job of emulating Souls, but also making it harder than previous Souls games have done. And it kind of the parry mechanic that you kind of had to learn. The thing is, I don't think I'm ever going to return to Sekiro ever again in my life. Like some Souls games, I'm like, maybe I'll return there if I'm really feeling like getting my ass beat. And then like relearning everything and all that stuff. But with Sekiro, it's like I don't want to relearn everything from that. I don't want to go through all that again. So Sekiro, a great game. I didn't beat a lot of the optional in-game bosses just because, like, fuck it, I want to beat the actual game. Like the fire demon or whatever, that fuck off. But I streamed all of it. You can see my opinions on it. Katana Zero. I saw a couple YouTubers and streamers playing this game, and I was like, this looks like a pretty neat game. I want to play it, so I played it, and it was pretty neat. I can't lie. And apparently they're working on a follow-up or a DLC or something, so I guess we'll see where that goes from there. But Katana Zero was really good. It's pixel art, kind of Hotline Miami-ish, but it's a side-scroller instead. And man, it was a pretty good game. I cannot deny it, and I'm excited to see if they continue from where they are. Cadence of Hyrule, kind of a spiritual successor to Necrodancer. Necrodancer I liked a lot as a roguelike and roguelite, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And Cadence of Hyrule I think is a good kind of follow-up, but a mashing with Legend of Zelda games as well, and I think it actually works really well. It's like a roguelike but also a Zelda game at the same time. It's pretty bonkers, and I like it a lot. I cannot deny that I enjoyed my time with the game, even though it felt a little long for like so roguelites and likes and whatever. Usually they're shorter runs that last like an hour at most. This game, it felt like the runs lasted like 4 hours. It's a long game for the roguelite / like kind. It felt like it was an actual game at points, like an actual Zelda game, but with mechanics, and I think that's what they were going for. So, kudos to them. Next game, Bloodstained. I have never played a Castlevania game before, but people were talking about Bloodstained, and I was like, you know what, let's check it out. It was made by the guy who made Castlevania Iga, or like the guy who made like the Symphony of the Night kind of Castlevania, so those types. And yeah, it was a very enjoyable game, I cannot deny. There were a couple times where it was like, in order to progress to this area, you had to eat this one specific soul from a monster, so you had to grind it till you killed it and stuff, and that was kind of annoying. But other than that, I enjoyed the game thoroughly, and yeah, I have Castlevania games on the Smash list, so we'll see where we go from there. Super Mario Maker 2. So I like Super Mario Maker 1, but I didn't really spend a lot of time with it. Super Mario Maker 2 made me spend a lot more time with it because of the Nintendo-made levels, which were just so good. They were fantastic. It was nice to have a 2D Mario to play. I mean, I know we got I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I know we got that's the worst, when you feel like you're gonna sneeze and then you just don't. But I feel like we got Super Mario Maker 2. I feel like okay. So it's nice to have Nintendo-made levels in Super Mario Maker 2. I know we also got Super Mario U Deluxe or whatever that had the spawn the Bowsette meme. I know that released this year, I believe, like the beginning of this year, or middle of this year. But I didn't play it, and also, so I mean not and also, but because of that, I really haven't played a 2D Mario game in a long time, so it felt nice to play Super Mario Maker 2 and kind of play all those levels. The Nintendo made levels. It felt like an actual Mario game almost with all the levels in it. So I liked it a lot. And I like their updates that they're having as well, like the Ninja speedruns and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Fire Emblem's Three Houses. So Fire Emblem Three Houses. I stopped streaming it. Oops. Don't think I'm gonna go back to streaming it, but man, was it a good game. I enjoyed my time thoroughly with it. I think it really does its characters well, in that it, like, the main three cast, in that it, like, kind of gives their case, but also makes you, hate them if you're playing the other routes and stuff like that. Move those down a little bit. There you go. Since I'm leaning over. I mean, now I'm going to sit up and ruin it, so. There, right there. Just stay there. There. This music's bumping. I mean, this is why I put on Deltarune, because I knew it was going to be good music. So yes, Fire Emblem Three Houses, I think they really did the characters well. They spot on, and I think the story was actually pretty good. And they avoided the incest till late game, so haha. Good on you, Fire Emblem. Still got the dragon and all this throughout the whole game, though, so. But yeah, I think Fire Emblem Three Houses did a good job. It had a lot of waifus and husbandos that people like, so. I think a lot of people's complaints was actually that they didn't really have a lot of gay representation. Or LGBT, I guess, is the more appropriate term. And yeah, I kind of agree. They kind of didn't. They had a lot of females linking up with females representation, but they didn't have a lot of males linking up with males representation. And I think it's kind of whack that you do that. Kind of doesn't really feel. It feels like you're just like, ooh, haha, lesbians. But I don't know. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is a good game though. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The gameplay was I know it's probably easier than other Fire Emblem games, but it was the first time I've kind of gotten into a Fire Emblem game and learned like the ins and outs of Fire Emblem a little bit more. So it makes me more excited for the Fire Emblem games that I have in Smash list going forward. Like, oh, I can't actually wait to play these and experience them. Remnant from the Ashes. This was kind of unexpected. It's from my initial look, it kind of looked like a Souls-like game that I wouldn't really like, because it's like the thing that I found out in the past couple of years that I like about these Souls games is that every area is meticulously made with a purpose. You know, everything is purposely put here and placed here, specifically so that you interact with the environment in such a way that the creator wants you to. The stuff with games like Remnant for the Ashes and other similar Souls-like games do is they copy-paste these different houses in, like, environments, and so you're just, like, walking through the same places again and again and again, and you're just like, oh my fucking god. Especially with Remnant from the Ashes, it kind of does a procedurally... It actually does a procedurally generated world where you see a lot of the same stuff, but I think that actually works to its advantage, unlike other games where they purposely put, like, the repetitive stuff over and over again. You're kind of like, I fucking hate this. This game, at least, it's like random, so you can be like, well, it's random, and the gunplay is actually very satisfying in it, and the bosses are pretty unique and interesting. So I actually think Remnant from the Ashes, while falling into the pitfalls of some Souls-like games, manages to kind of overcome them a little bit. And while it is still, in my opinion, kind of generic and samey, I still think it is pretty good. Astral Chain. Man, did I enjoy this game. And, excuse me, man, am I glad I didn't stream it either. I just played it by myself, and I had a lot of fun with it, and, yeah, I just pretty much, like, streamlined through the game for, like, 30-40 hours. It wasn't even that long, I don't know, but it was a very fun time. Platinum, I was a little worried, because, earlier this year, or late last year, I had tried to play Nier Automata, and I didn't like it, and I was like, man, maybe I just don't like, Platinum games anymore, you know? Because I've liked a few of them in the past, but maybe I'm just leaning out of that style, but Astral Chain proved to me that that is not true. That I just don't like Nier Automata. Oops! But yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say about that. I'm gonna move off that subject. Astral Chain, though, is really, really good. And I enjoyed it. It had a good story, and it's apparently the beginning of, like, a trilogy or saga or something, so... Like, they were if it released and got a lot of sales, they were planning on making more of them, so... It got a lot of sales, so I hear good things. I'm excited for it. And it's a new... it's so exciting to get a new IP that succeeds in video game, and then see it, like, actually blossom into a series. That's so fucking exciting. I can't wait. I'm happy. It also had a lot of Evangelion vibes, which, you know... fucking asshole. But anyway, moving on to the next name, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Link, he has woken up for the second time. This time it's for a remake. And it was pretty good! You know, it was good to play a Zelda game that's not Breath of the Wild. I was talking about this, and I was saying they need to release a Zelda game that's like the old ones after Breath of the Wild. They can't just go from Breath of the Wild to Breath of the Wild 2. They need to have something else in between. Not to bridge the gap between them, like, time-wise, but to bridge the gap between them, like, you need something else for gameplay-wise, because if you just release those two after each other, then people are going to be like, wait a second. I want the older style games, you know, I want dungeons specifically designed with a purpose. I mean, it's not like the ones in Breath of the Wild weren't designed with a purpose, but the ones in Breath of the Wild weren't really designed that well. You know, I want bosses that are interesting and unique, not 4 different types of Ganon. I have my complaints about Breath of the Wild. I still think it's a great game. Yeah, it's. But I think Link's Awakening was a good kind of like remake that bridges the gap between the two games, so you don't have to make another Zelda game. Really, you can kind of just remake an old one, and it still be good, and it make way for the next game in the series, which is Breath of the Wild 2: Majora's Mask. But I saw people complaining about Link's Awakening art style, where it kind of looks toy, and my thought process was just, are you okay? This happens every time a Zelda game is about to release. People go, the art style sucks. I don't like Wind Waker. I don't like Skyward Sword, you know. I think it looks stupid. And then it releases and people are like, this game's so bright, dude. I don't understand people. Obviously, they're two different people. They're two different groups of people, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they're not the same group of people, but it's like, just shut the fuck up if you're going to complain about it. Nobody gives a shit. You're not going to complain about it 6 months from now when it releases. You're just being an asshole. The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds, you know, I have a tagline for the box. Feel free to put this on your box. Outer Worlds. It is, The Outer Worlds is the best free 6 months of Spotify Premium I've ever spent. Allow me to explain. So The Outer Worlds released on Xbox Game Pass. I have never purchased Xbox Game Pass before, so because of that, on my account I was able to purchase it for $1. So, I purchased Xbox Game Pass for $1, and I played The Outer Worlds. And that was kind of the whole purpose, because I like Obsidian. I'm big fans of them. And I liked Fallout New Vegas, probably my favorite in the Fallout series. And and I was like, okay, short, like it's not as long as Fallout games, but you know, shorter experience. Get to play through it, kind of get some good story writing out there and stuff like that. And we'll talk about that later. But as I'm eyeing Disco Elysium on the list, but yeah, so I was like, cool, let's play it. I played it for $1, and I played it for a week. I beat it because it is a shorter game, like I said, and then I uninstalled it, and I went to cancel my Xbox Game Pass subscription because I was like, well, I don't need it anymore. I'm not really that interested in other games to play them right now. And Xbox Game Pass said, would you like us to refund your $1? And I said, oh, yes, please do. So they refunded me my $1. I'm not even kidding. They canceled my Game Pass day of the day I beat it. They refunded me my $1. So I got my $1 back. And then 2 days later, I got an email from Microsoft saying, enjoy your complimentary 6 months free Spotify Premium for purchasing Xbox Game Pass. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you very much. I will take that. So The Outer Worlds is the best 6 months free Spotify Premium I have ever received. So thank you, The Outer Worlds, for giving me that unique experience. That was a lot of fun to get. I just want to take a moment to stop and say Xbox Game Pass is a fantastic purchase for anyone who likes games. I'm not shilling for them. I don't even have it anymore. Like I said, I refunded after that $1. But they get a lot of good games on there, and I might end up purchasing from them in the future, even though it will cost me more than $1 and I might not be able to refund it. We'll see. It was kind of a scumbag thing to do, I know, but hey man, I'm a college student. And I do understand that I literally paid the Outer Worlds devs nothing. But the Outer Worlds devs got paid a lot of money to put that on Game Pass, so it's not my fault. People like, support the devs, actually support the devs. Like, okay. The devs were supported to put the game on there, is all I'm going to say. Speaking about the Outer Worlds itself, because I haven't really spoken about it, the Outer Worlds is a pretty good game. I wouldn't really say it's the best But I'd say it fills a little that Fallout kind of niche with a good story and good character writing. And I mean, well, good story and character writing is subjective, but I think the character writing at least was pretty good. The story had its ups and downs. The ending wasn't really what I'd call that good, but it had this stupid little thing at the end where it showed slideshows of your different characters and where they are today. So I mean, people lapped that shit up. So, yeah, the Outer Worlds I do think though was very good. It had a lot of good Fallout gunplay kind of mechanics and stuff like that, and it had like time slowing down bullshit like that. And yeah, I enjoyed the Outer Worlds a lot. And it's no Fallout, you know, it's no Fallout New Vegas. It's not even no Fallout 3, but it was a good game. Unfortunately, it was overshadowed a bit by Disco Elysium releasing at the same time, but we'll talk about that in a second. It's at the end of the list. I'll talk about that. For now, let's talk about another game I haven't finished, Luigi's Mansion 3. Hey, I like that game a lot. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's as good as Luigi's Mansion 1 yet. I don't know. I was having a lot of fun with it while playing, though, and I did say that it was better than Luigi's Mansion 1 while I was playing it, but I don't know. It might have just been as I was consuming it consumer bias at the time of consuming. Luigi's Mansion 3, I'm going to finish streaming it, though, because it is a Smash game list item, so I might actually stream it tomorrow, so we'll see. Very good game, though. I haven't finished it yet, though, so I can't really say, but I really like the unique floor aspects and all the different bosses and stuff. Cool game I enjoy. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm actually going to wait to do that down at the end. I'll talk about that at the end. Untitled Goose Game. Had a lot of fun with it. Played it on my birthday stream. And I had a lot of fun playing as the goose. It was a kind of the funny meme Reddit game of the year, you know, YouTuber bait, etc., etc. But it was a good game. It wasn't just like flop your head around like Goat Simulator. It was actually like you have to do these different things, do these objectives so you can progress through the game. And then it had like kind of like a funny storyline where he steals the bells from this place every day or whatever, and then brings them back to his nest. So I thought it was kind of funny. I liked Goose Game a considerable amount. Maybe not as much as some people, but I thought it was an enjoyable time. So I need to get new headphones. Look at this shit. Also, this music's kind of scary, dude. Kind of scary, but I've had these headphones for like 3-4 years now. They really haven't fallen apart, but like this thing's sliding along the top. You know, the insides are kind of... So it's falling apart a bit. But it served me well for like 3-4 years now, so can't complain. I'm pretty sure I got it in 2016, I think. Maybe actually 2015, I don't know. I'll turn it, man. It's a good soundtrack. So Disco Elysium, I haven't beaten the game. I've played it quite a bit, though. And it released at the same time as Outer Worlds, and it's kind of funny that I kind of just blasted through Outer Worlds, but Disco Elysium taking my time with, and I think it's because Disco Elysium had overshadowed the Outer Worlds a little bit with its how well it kind of tells its stories with its characters. This is the lowest volume, by the way, of this music, and it's so this fucking loud, Jesus Christ. The way it tells its stories with its characters and its world interacting. And the system it has with like your different personalities inside you. Oh, it's so good. It's fantastic. It's something that hasn't really been done yet, and I am excited to see if other games kind of pick up the systems that it has in place and runs with it. Disco Elysium, though, is very good. And the reason why I can't blast through it is because there are times when I'm trying to, like, I'm just playing the game for like a couple hours, and then by the end of it, like by the end of like a 3-hour session, I'm just like, what am I reading? Because like all the thoughts are talking to themselves, and they're like, well, if you think about it this way, and like they're having like philosophical conversations, and I'm just like, I'm actually losing my fucking mind trying to read this. So that's mostly why I haven't been able to just like blast through it, is because it's just there's so much information and stuff and like philosophy, and like it really makes you think, you know, shit like that. So, but I will endeavor to try to beat that game. It's a good time. Pokemon Sword and Shield. So this is the final game of the year I want to talk about. The reason why is because I think it might actually be my number one game of the year. And I know that angers a lot of people. Not really. Nobody's watching me, but it angers a lot of people theoretically. Because a lot of people fucking hated this game. A lot of people were like, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing to my son, Pokemon. You know, shit like that. And, you know, the dex removal was ass. It removed some of my favorite Pokemon. And, you know, I'm a bug boy, so it removed, like, a lot of bug Pokemon as well, although bug Pokemon work pretty well in this game. That's all I'm going to say. But, so, yeah, I still felt like that dex removal was garbage. And there was a lot of, you know, how the game is streamlined, and it's a lot easier, of course. Yada, yada, yada. But that's not why I like the game. I like the game because, the system to get the shinies is a lot easier, and I actually have been enjoying competitive a little bit, which is something I haven't done in Pokemon games before. And the only reason I'm doing it in this Pokemon game is because it is on a system. It's actually something you play not on a handheld. And I believe the creator of the series said if there was a 3DS like system, he would have put it on this instead because he prefers handhelds. And to me, what the fuck, dude? Like, this probably sold so goddamn much. The reason why I think this is probably one of my favorite Pokemon gens is because it is on a console, and that makes it so much more enjoyable for me, seeing it on the big screen and playing it while I'm watching other stuff instead of sitting on this tiny screen. I've also gotten my first shiny in this game, a shiny Coughing, which I evolved into Weezing. I really like the shiny Coughing's color, which was like blue, like kind of a light bluish, and then I evolved it into shiny Weezing, which I knew what the color was beforehand, and I'm still not sure if I regret it or not. But it's Weezing is a shit brown color, so his name is Sir Shart. And then I've grinded for a few other shinies because it's pretty easy, and I've been having a good time with the game. Mostly bug shiny so far. I've done Crustle, Flygon, and Durant. So, and I'm working on a Shuckle now. So, I'm a bug boy. I like my bugs. I'm a bug trainer that you see on route, whatever. Ooh. Sorry, there was someone in chat. I had to ban. They came in making memes about the political climate. Which is not what I'm about. So yeah, that's basically the games I like this year. Twas a good time. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Fell flat. Only one game this year, which is what I was talking about, how I don't think there was really that much of bad games this year. Because I feel like I didn't really play a lot of them. There was obviously a couple other ones, like WWE 2K20, or trying to think of the other one that I mentioned earlier, but I forget. But this one, Dark Picture Man of Medan, is by the people who made Until Dawn, which is about the teenagers in the mountains with the evil monsters that kill them. And yeah, this was not a sequel to it, but it's made by the same people, and it kind of has a similar feeling to it. And they're trying to make this dark picture chronology or whatever. And this first game, me and my friend played it on stream. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And man, was it booty. It's not the best game. So, that's really all I gotta say about it. The voice acting was just awful. The characters were just awful. It wasn't interesting at all. moving on. My need to play category. The games that I missed this year, but I still want to play. Yakuza Kiwami. Did that release this year? No. Okay, so the reason why I put this on this list, it didn't release this year, but it released on like PC this year, I believe, and also like Yakuza Kiwami 2. Basically, I need to play those games. I have played Yakuza 0. It was a fun little time, but I haven't played pretty much anything after that, and I have Yakuza Kiwami. And I think the reason why was because I was like, I don't know if I want to stream stuff or not, like the Yakuza series, because it's a pretty fun series, a pretty funny, goofy series, haha, stinky funny. So yeah, I don't know. Control. I've heard a lot of good things about Control, and it was at the Game Awards, and some of my friends have played it. So I'm just thinking I need to play this. You know, I need to get my hands on it because I've heard nothing but good things about it. Actually, I've heard a couple people be like, "Hey, it's just okay," but besides that, I've pretty much heard good things about it. Greedfall, that was a surprise, came out on Steam, was actually received positively by a lot of people. I forget what the Greedfall is really about, but it was interesting to me, so I was like, I gotta check that out later. So that's on my to-play list. Medieval Remake. I wanted to play this and I wanted to stream it, but unfortunately around the time of October, I kind of, after I'd done all the Smash List stuff, I kind of fell off streaming for a bit and haven't really streamed much since then. I'm going to get back into it. Fret not, nobody who watches my streams. But I'm going to get back into streaming some more. Together to... we'll talk about it later. So yeah, Medieval Remake. I wasn't able to play it. I don't think I'm going to stream it if I do play it. I like the original Medieval, and I'll probably just play it myself. Planet Zoo was... released by the Planet Coaster people, and I have it purchased now. It's still in the need to play though, because I only really played it for like about 3 hours. Hello Zero. Thanks for joining. I'm just doing a little year in review for myself here. Nothing much to see here, but so yeah, Planet Zoo. I played it for a little bit. It's pretty enjoyable. It has a lot of systems going for it, and the tutorial was very long and kind of aggravating. But I did enjoy about the 3 hours I played of it, so I'll probably be playing some more of it. It was good from what I played, but I didn't really feel like it deserved to be put into any category other than need to play, really. So I only played a little bit. And finally, Sword Jedi Fallen Order. Nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and it was an enjoyable time, and I am excited to play that game. I have it purchased, so I'll probably not be playing this on stream. But I was waiting till I was done with classes, and of course now classes start tomorrow, and I still haven't played it. So we will see. I'm gonna get into that game, but we will see. Other/honorable mentions. So these are games that I feel like were either average or didn't fit into any of the other categories, etc., etc., or I just didn't play but didn't want to play in the future and just wanted to talk about for a little bit. So Apex Legends, that released this year, I believe, and yeah, that was it was a game. I had my fun times with it. I'm not really a big, you know, Fortnite, PUBG, all that kind of stuff. Battle Royales, that's the word I'm looking for. But I'm not really big into those. I played them for a bit. Probably the longest one I played is PUBG, so. But Apex I did play for like about 20 hours, I want to say, with some of my friends, and it was an enjoyable time. But I probably won't really return to it much. I do have some friends who still play it, so maybe with them, but yeah. I just wanted to kind of mention it because it kind of took the world a little bit by storm. Another Battle Royale that just kind of released and was like, whoa, it's actually doing good. So, I just wanted to kind of mention it for a second and say that I did enjoy my time with it. I wouldn't really put it on my Game of the Year list. That's why it's kind of here, because it's like the honorable mention, the kind of in-betweens. Borderlands 3. So, I didn't play this game. I kind of decried anything Borderlands after I played Borderlands 2, and I played Borderlands 2 with my friends, and it was enjoyable, but, you know, pretty much because of my friends. And then I played Tales from the Borderlands, and I thought that was, I think I've said this before on stream, but I think Tales from the Borderlands is the best Borderlands story that exists. I think it is done better than the mainline Borderlands game. So, I just want to talk about Borderlands 3 for a bit, because I've heard that, what I heard was that the gunplay was still really solid, which I expect from a Borderlands game. I wouldn't expect it, and the loot drops were good and all that stuff. But what I heard was that the everyone who played it pretty much was like, the only enjoyable way to play it is to turn off character voices and play the game without like having to listen to their voices at all, because it's just like the writing is just awful, like absolutely abysmal. So it's kind of the reason why I don't play those games anymore, is literally because of that, because I enjoy kind of immersing myself in the world, and the world of Borderlands is just haha funny dick joke. So I hope you guys don't hear the dogs barking outside for whatever reason. So Death Stranding, game made by Hideo Kojumbo. He's at it again, making games. Norman Reedus, and what's his face? The other guy who was with them for Silent Hills, but he quit it. What's his name? The movie director. He played Dead Man or Die Hard Man or one of those stupid names in Death Stranding. Confident because I'm probably Guillermo del Toro. That's who it is. So Guillermo del Toro. So he had all those guys, and it's a fun little walk between places and deliver, pizzas and packages and shit. That's all I really gotta say. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people liked it. I was in the middle. A lot of people were like, "It's so revolutionary, dude." And a lot of people were like, "This game's fucking stupid. You're just walking between place to place." I'm in the middle. I enjoyed kind of walking from place to place while watching shows and listening to podcasts and shit like that. But at the same time, I think I could have been doing anything else and probably enjoying my time more. So it was an okay game. I didn't beat it. I must have just played like the first couple chapters because I played it like 100%, where I just kind of tried to do all the orders. And apparently that's not how you're supposed to play. You're supposed to blast through the first couple zones before you get to the more interesting parts. So, oh no, oops. I played it how I wanted to play it, and that's what happened. Shenmue 3. I just wanted to mention it because apparently it's not good. People waited years for this game, and it's trash, and it leaves off in sequel bait, and I mean, he already said that he wanted to have like 9 games in the series or some random shit like that. Like, I don't even remember the wild number that the creator said that he wanted, but yeah. Life is Strange 2. Didn't play this game, but I watched the whole game. So Life is Strange 1, I want to kind of mention for a second. A lot of people hate Life is Strange 1. I think Life is Strange 1 actually was okay. And I like how this music is behind, like the I think Life is Strange 1 was actually okay. The writing at times was a little cringy, but I think it actually got its point across well and told an interesting story with like these cool powers, and having, being like, well, even without these powers, everyday normal life is kind of strange, and I think it actually did it really well. Life is Strange 2, I didn't play it, but I watched all of it. Dookie dog shit. Life is Strange 2, it tried to lean way too hard into modern day politics, and it starts out with your dad getting shot, and then you on the run. Your dad is like, you're not immigrants, but you're from Mexico, and you are immigrants, but you immigrated legally. And so a cop shoots your dad and kills him, and then you guys run away, and you're running cross country, and you do a lot of stuff, and you end up murdering people and stuff, and it's just like, what the fuck? All they get to Mexico, and it's so stupid. There's a character that says your kind should stay across the border, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you trying to do with this game? It's just so dumb. Where Life is Strange 1, had a lot of pitfalls where people disliked it for a lot of this cringy shit. I still think it was a good game. For this game, I can't say that. The characters were just stupid. The writing was just stupid, and it felt like it was trying to say, like, look, people who immigrate aren't bad. Look, the United States is bad because it hates these people. All cops are bad. Like, it just felt like it was just I disliked it. The whole game, it has like a multitude of cops, and all the cops are just horrible people until like the last chapter, where there's this one cop who's like, I'm a nice guy, haha, not all cops are bad, haha, and then you knock him out. It's like, what the fuck? The game is, it's something, all right. It's something. And you don't even knock him out. He just gets knocked out, and it's like, oops, that happened. It's what a. You work so hard to make this Life is Strange 1, which is an interesting game, and I feel like it's just a shame that this game is listed as its sequel, but it's just pure and utter trash. It wouldn't even be as bad if the character writing was actually interesting, and, you had interesting stuff that happened, but from what I've seen, that's not even true. Like, the chapters are just boring as shit, and the characters are just boring as shit. You aren't even the one with the powers in this game. In Life is Strange 1, you had the powers and you could control what would happen. In this game, your brother has the powers and you have to like ask him to do stuff. But it's basically like the same thing, the same interface, but it's like you have to go through another system to try to use it. It's so stupid. Who did this? Hopefully Life is Strange 3 just goes back to being like kind of a small town thing where it's like, oh, look at this. We're looking into a small town and kids in the small town and seeing how they live their life and etc. I think that's way more interesting than trying to do this like political hit piece stupid shit. Ugh. It pisses me off, honestly. Anthem. What can you say about Anthem, except that it existed this year, it released this year, and BioWare will probably not exist for much longer after this year. Holy shit, was that a bad game. And that's really all I gotta say, because I didn't play or watch much of it. I just know it was fucking awful. from what I did see, and from what people were saying. Tetris 99, February of this year, I believe. I thought it was like December of last year when the Nintendo Online came out, but I actually looked it up and it released this year. Tetris 99 is a really interesting game. It's a battle royale about Tetris. I played quite a bit of it, about 20 hours I want to say. I had a good time with it. I watched a lot of it as well. I think it's surprisingly nuanced and interesting for a Tetris battle royale. So somebody worked really hard on it, and I think it deserves more praise than people give it. People just act like it's another Tetris game. It is actually very good. But also, I don't think I kind of just played it when it came out, and I haven't really played it, so that's why it's not really in my game of the years, because I really don't feel like I have enough time with it to say that I had a game of the year. I did say I had 20 hours. It's maybe, I don't know. I just don't. I feel like And then finally, separated from the rest, Hades. Hey, Supergiant Games. They're the people who made Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre. Wasn't giant. Cover that up. So Bastion, I played a little bit. I actually think I have a YouTube video on my channel. I played a little bit of it. I enjoyed the game actually, but I ended up stopped playing it after a couple hours, so I didn't really play a lot of it. Transistor, I didn't really like the look of it. I thought it just looked like Bastion 2. So I was like, I'm not sure if I really want to play that, so I ended up skipping it. Pyre, if you don't know what that is, it's a RPG where it's 3v3 basketball are the battles. So I wasn't really interested in that either. And then this came out. It is a roguelike / light / whatever the fuck. About Hades' son trying to escape the underworld. And Zagreus, and you play Zagreus, and you use the you talk with the other gods from Olympus, and you try to escape the underworld, and it is a lot of fun. I think it is the best Supergiant game that has released, and that is coming from someone who's only played the first one. But I don't know. Transistor could be better, but from what I've seen, I've watched a bit of Transistor, and from what I've seen, people just think Transistor is like pretty good, but not like the best thing ever. So yeah, I think Hades is just fantastic, and the reason why it is not in the Game of the Year's list is because it isn't actually out. It's pre-release right now. I think when it comes out, it's going to be very good, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, we will see. It's probably going to be in the list next year if it actually releases. It's going to be in the list this year, 2020, if it releases, and it's probably going to be one of the top games because, damn, is it fun! All right, moving on. So now we kind of do a little bit of stream observations about myself. I've written them down already, just kind of like 4 stream observations and then future plans. So I'm going to talk about them for a little bit, and then we're going to be done here. And then we're going to be kosher. So, stream observations. So the past 2 months, I haven't streamed a lot, and when I have streamed, it's mostly just multiplayer with my friends, or like I played like a couple Sword of Shield like marathon streams where I played for a long time. So here's the thing: these first two kind of go hand in hand. I need to stream more often, and I need to actually follow a schedule because there's a phrase from a Twitch person I watch called Northern Lion, and it's probably not originating from him, but he's the one I kind of think of when I think of this phrase, and it's no paralysis through analysis, which is what I do a lot. Is I kind of look and I'm like, well, I have to play this game, or I have to play this game, and I have to do this and that, and because of that, I end up just like sitting like, well, I'll do it in like 2 hours or something, and then I delay it and I delay it, and I try to kind of analyze the situation and determine the best way to do it, and because of that, I end up not actually doing anything, and because of that, I kind of never stream. So I need to stream more often, and I also need to follow a schedule. My friend Doom Jossie, or as some of you might know him, I'm _ Naku, has been streaming pretty consistently on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and he's been doing pretty good for himself. He's getting like 50 average now, so I think he's gonna be a partner before TwitchCon this year, which would be pretty exciting for him. But what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? So I have classes on Tuesday and Thursdays here, so I might try to do a little Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm gonna stream. Probably going to try to stream at 12 to 1. Like start streaming at 12 to 1. Not stream for just an hour, but stream starting at around the 12 to 1 area, and then stream from there, and then do like 3 or 4 hours at least, and just have a good time. Hopefully I can kind of try to stick with that, because I'm going to look back at the other streams and we're going to see some stuff that I've done. But I'll talk about that again in a second. First off, stick with games that you start. So Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Luigi's Mansion, although I am going to return to it because it was on the Smash list. Nier Automata, which I've already explained the reasons why I stopped playing that, but like I'm trying to think of other games that recently I have stopped playing for whatever reason. Phoenix Wright, I didn't really play like the final DLC chapter, but honestly I think that's fine. I kind of don't want to play it. But that kind of plays into another thing with the Phoenix Wright thing, which I'll talk about in a second, which is follow a schedule for games, so maybe you aren't playing the same game 3 days a week if you're not too into it. So, like I said, sometimes I don't like a game and I just don't want to stream it and stuff. So this schedule kind of thing, where it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe do like a different game, have like a specific day for the Smash games list, have a specific day for Mystery Mondays, which you probably forgot is a thing because I haven't done it for a while. Because after beating Phoenix Wright, I didn't want to do the final DLC chapter, so I just never did it again. So I want to kind of maybe go back to Mystery Mondays, but also we're going to be moving our co-op days, like me, Kyle, and Corey, where we play games. Right now we're playing we're playing Monster Hunter World. We're probably going to be moving that day from Tuesdays to either Wednesday or Wednesday this upcoming semester because me and Kyle both have classes on Tuesday and Thursday, so we're probably going to move it onto Monday or Wednesday. So I think it's Monday, so I don't think Mystery Monday's going to be a thing much longer. Well, it hasn't been a thing for a while anyway, so don't have to worry about it that much. But we also Mondays are probably going to be the co-op streams, or Wednesdays, and then the vice versa will probably be another stream day, and then for like Friday, I can just decide what I want to play. That can be like the Smash games list. I don't know. It depends, but basically, like, do different games on different days so that I don't fall into monotony of I don't want to play Luigi's Mansion 3 right now, so I'm not going to play it. Blah blah blah, etc. Or I don't want to play the final chapter of Phoenix Wright, so I'm just not going to play it. I'm not going to play the final chapter of Phoenix, the DLC, because I beat the game. That's all I'm going to say. That game's done. But I do have another mystery game lined up for if I ever do continue that again. It's a new Layton game on the Switch. Yeah, I'm excited to hopefully play that on stream. But we'll see. So yeah, it's kind of like just I'm gonna try to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing that my friend is doing as well, because I don't copy him enough. But no, I genuinely I think because I have classes on Tuesday and Thursday, it works out well, and it's just kind of like a get myself kind of inconsistent schedule, but also in a schedule that doesn't make it so that I have to play the same game when I really don't want to. Because it's just like play. If I really don't like the game, but I only play it one day a week, that's really not that bad, and I just kind of push my way through it. But let me take a look back. So you're looking at the 2018 list right now. Scroll down. So let's look at the stream observations. Actually, let's finish up future plans. So, future plans, continue focusing on college. That's what I'm doing right now. I should be out of community college by the end of this summer. So then I will move into actual college. Which is kind of rude to say actual college, but university, I guess. So I'm moving to FSU, Florida State University. The Seminoles. And yeah, still getting my coding degree because I want to make video games, and that puts into the second port. Make a game in 2020, no matter how small. I got a fortune cookie the other day that said you will reach your goal in 2 months. So it's kind of not specific, but I'm gonna believe. Obviously, fortune cookies are a crock of shit, but I'm gonna believe that which goal it means is make a game within 2 months. So I've marked the date on the calendar. March 2nd is when I'm gonna try to finish my game. So we'll see it then. These dogs going wild. So now let's look back at past years. So stream observations, no schedule is hurting me. Need to be motivated when returning. Forming community and participating in it. So I'm saying because I agree with it. No schedule is hurting me. I haven't done, and I agree it's hurting me. Need to be motivated when returning. I agree. I need to be motivated when playing these games. Forming community and participating in it. I'm not too worried about that right now, to be honest. I think I should, as long as I can get my schedule down, then I can work on that. But I do agree that it's something that throughout the year I could probably work on. Maybe another short stream game month. Fuck no, dude. I put that layer last year. I don't ever want to do that again, dude. Like, it got me a lot of viewers and it got me a lot of followers and stuff. But that was so fucking painful. I don't know if I ever want to do something like that again. If you don't know what it is, December 2016, I believe, I did a thing where I went through my whole Steam library and I went through games that I hadn't played and I organized them. I went on how long to beat and saw how long they were, and if they were 6 hours or less, I put them on a list. 6.5 hours or less or something like that. I put them on a list, And then I randomly number generated, rolled on that list the number of games, and then I installed that game, put it on, and then played it. And I did that every day in the month of December for that month. I did literally every day I streamed. And I think there were a few days where I streamed like 2 in ahead, so I didn't have to do the next day because it was like Christmas or something. But literally every day I streamed a different game. I think I copped out one day and played League instead. But besides that, almost every game on that list was a game under 6 hours that I played. And man, did I fucking hate myself. By the end of it, I wanted to die. But the thing about that was, I gained a lot of followers from that, and I got a lot of views during that month, and I got a lot of chat interaction during that month. So it's like, if I were to do that again, I know I'd probably do good. But the problem is, so many, by the end of the month, I'd want to shoot myself, which I'm not sure I want to do. And also, I'd probably do it during a month where, like, obviously, the original idea was the 25 days of Christmas. It was like an advent calendar for games. So, like, open up the advent calendar. What did you get this day? Oh, you got, Scanner Sombra or whatever. I think that's like the only game's name I remember from that month. But yeah, you get all those random games and stuff like that. So that was the original idea. But if I did it again, I'd probably do it in a month where I know I'm not going to be going anywhere, and I'd probably do it in a month where it has shorter days, like February or something. Although this year February is a leap year, so it's 29 days. But that's still shorter than most months. So yeah, I've kind of convinced myself maybe to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Short stream game month. It takes a lot of planning and time to do that, and then also a lot of time to just stream it every fucking day. But we'll see. I'm not just sitting on my ass afraid to play. I agree with that so much, dude. I need to follow what I say. If I do, try to play shorter games so I don't get bored halfway through. Oh god, it's like, how did I not follow any of my instructions? Maybe try harder with production value. I did try harder with the production value. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. At least I tried a little bit harder, and I made like things under my stream. So D&D season 2. We're on season 3 now. Class is only on Tuesday and Thursday, which that changed because it changed to classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Rough schedule. Ooh, silent. Ooh, I don't like that. What did I just do? Oops. Make sure this looks good over here. Smash Bros. Smash Bros. With a game list. This is back when I thought I'd be a Smash Brothers streamer. This is back when I played Worlds Adrift as well. Start the schedule first or second week of January. I don't think that schedule lasted long because I got partner early February, maybe March. So I think I scheduled till that long. Let's try to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A little longer than that, huh? I feel like it'd be good. Let's try to make that last a little longer than 3 months this year. Let's see how long I can do it. Oh, look at this. This is so unprofessional list. The titles aren't even bigger letter and bolded. Let's actually look at the need to plays as well. Nier Automata, I did play that. XCOM 2. White Day 11 Scout School, haven't played it. Middle-earth Shadow War. West of Loathing. Cooks Are Delicious 2. Hand of Fate 2. I've like streamed all these games. Hollow Knight. Well, I actually like streamed all these games pretty much. Wow. Actually surprising. Stream observations. Black screen. Done. It's gone. No more. Got rid of that shit. Mostly. Glad of myself for that one. Dead Air. I'd like to believe I've gotten a bit better about that, but I don't know. This is the end of 2017, by the way, so this was 2 years ago about. Admit when you're looking things up / cheat. I do admit to it most of the time. Most of the time, I say, because sometimes I still do it sneakily. Not committing to jokes. I've done it where I commit to jokes mostly now. There's been a couple times where I try to pull it back, and I stop myself from actually pulling it back. Like, I try to stop myself, I go like, ugh, and then I go like, shut the fuck up, commit to the goddamn joke. So I've been getting better at that as well. Reaching out and being part of my community. What fucking community? Why do I keep talking about this? Taking breaks. I've gotten better at that as well. Taking breaks in the middle of streams. Speaking of, I gotta go. Finishing games. Gotta get better at that. Look at the webcam. I haven't really been doing that much that stream. Sorry, chat. You can look into my dulcet eyes right now. But it hasn't really been that important, I don't think. Reach upon school coming up. Been doing that. Try and stream 4 to 5 days a week average. I'm gonna stick to 3 for now. I think that's a better 3 to 4 per week, because with D&D on FYE, which I stream every other Saturday, which I streamed yesterday. That's probably one of the only consistent things I stream these days. And so 3 to 4 a week if it's a week with FYE, pretty much. Not really doing editing stuff on YouTube anymore. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just put this here 2 years ago just to talk about it. And I still don't do editing, so. Podcast. I still have the scenes made up for the podcast. It's been a while, though. Been a while. What do you do, of course? AMA at any time. It's so funny. AMA at any time. Who the fuck's gonna ask you anything? Nobody's on your dumbass stream. Let's look at stream memes real quick. This is private. You get an inside look. The games I want to stream and the games I could stream but don't really care if I don't, which have a lot of cringy shit. If it has a star next to it, it's a game that my friend has looked at the list and been like, ooh, that'd be interesting. Okay, it's spoilers. No, we're not looking any further on the list. But these are kind of like some of the games that I've looked at before. Of course, the Smash Games list exists here, but it's just not here. I'm actually going to go look that up. Smash Ultimate Character to Game list. So let's look at this real quick. Let me... I should just go to the D&D tab. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, where am I? I know. Let's just. That's fine. So hey, here's the Smash Games list. I don't know why there's a white bar at the top. Capturing Chrome, but okay. So I like the progress that we did this year. Actually, we did Did the year start out with Breath of the Wild, and we did all those. So we kind of blasted through after Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. We kind of blasted through like Yoshi's Island, Kirby Superstar, Star Fox, and Pokemon Snap. We did in like 4 days. Like we fucking yeeted that shit. So goddamn hard. So that I could get to Luigi's Mansion 3 release, and then of course I did like 2 streams of Luigi's Mansion, haven't touched it since. So that's why I'm gonna finish Luigi's Mansion, and then next is Mother 2, F-Zero, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and then that's it for 64. We've completed 64 on Super Mystery Dungeon, so I'm excited for that. And also, if you don't know, the color coding, green means I've completed it, yellow means I own it and haven't played it yet, and red means I do not own it and haven't played it yet. So the reason why Daisy is Mario Tennis Power Tour, by the way, is because that's a Mario Tennis game that I remember as a child, and it has Wii U emulation, so yeah. You can see a lot of the games I don't own down here. I own Fatal Fury. Why the fuck do I own that? Oh god, I forgot to play Dragon Quest. Oh, dude, Dragon Quest is one of my favorite series of all time, but having it on the Smash list actually kind of depresses me a little bit. Is that going to be the longest game if I play Dragon Quest 11? Let me look at the other games. Final Fantasy 7, maybe. Fire Emblem Fates. Like those are pretty long games. Oh yeah, if it says emulate, that's because I don't think I can get a purchasable version of it. Although I think if of Myths and Monsters is actually really cheap, so I don't know. But I think I'm still going to emulate it even if I buy it. Because the point of this list is to buy and have a lot of games and also play a lot of games I've never played before in my life. Like, most of these games I've never played before. Like, of these first 8, I played all of them except for the Metroid ones. Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. I never played those before. And then Pokemon Snap I hadn't played before. As we got on the list some more, I haven't played any of these ones in yellow up to Power Tour, and then Power Tour I played before. Bowser's Inside Story I played before. Ice Climbers I haven't played. Ocarina of Time I played. Link Between Worlds I played. Or To the Past Between Worlds I played both of them. Dr. Mario I haven't played. Pokemon Soul Silver I haven't played. Star Fox Siege 4 I haven't played. Actually, I have played Star Fox Siege 4 now I think about it. For sure. But then, most of these I haven't played. Like, Zelda I've obviously played all those. Pokemon Tournament I played. None of the Fire Emblems, pretty much. Tokyo Mirage Session I played. That just got a re-release on Switch. Which I think is like kind of a definitive edition as well, so. I've played a Mr. Game & Watch game, hey. I've never played any of the Kid Icarus games. Haven't played Wario World. I've played the Metal Gear Solid games, of course. How could I not have? But as you know, most of these games I'd say I probably haven't played. You know? I might actually change that Animal Crossing Wild World to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Because Animal Crossing Wild World is my favorite, but New Horizons is coming out soon. But I don't think I'm going to get that far on the list before New Horizons comes out, pretty much. Because that's 45, and I'm on 9. So it's taken me a long time to get to this place where I'm at, because I haven't really been focusing on this list. But yeah, I'm gonna go through Luigi's Mansion 3, and I'm gonna try to start going down the list. I'm gonna try to, like I said, one day of the week, I'm gonna try to specify for Smash games, so that I just kind of go down the list and just start plowing through Smash games, and hopefully I get more consistent at it and can just kind of go through it. But yeah. It's pretty much all she wrote, ladies and gents. So expect me to kind of stream a little more often, and expect me to it's the same thing. That's more zoomed in. Yeah, expect me to stream a little more often, and expect me to make a game within 2 months. And it's probably gonna be horribly shitty, but no matter what the fuck it is, I'm releasing something on March 2nd. Some kind of game. Could be dookie dog shit, but I'm releasing it, so we'll see how it is, but anyway, that's been me. That's my 2019 year in review. A little bit over an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty short. I know last year I played a lot of games afterwards, but it's Sunday. I don't usually stream on Sundays. I'm only streaming because I want to stream tomorrow, but stream something actual. And I also kind of want to do this because it's been a couple days into the new year. I kind of want. I usually like to do this before the new year, so I kind of am a little bit late with this. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm actually gonna go. Thanks everyone for coming out. Thank you guys so much for coming out and giving us a visit, giving us a little peek. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow for the new schedule. I'm excited. My classes also start tomorrow though, so actually no promises. I don't know if we're going to be multiplayering tomorrow either, so we'll see. If it's not multiplayer, then it's going to be Luigi's Mansion probably. Good? We good? Alright. See you guys tomorrow, and thanks for the company.